Now, aside from his meetings with President Trump and Prime Minister Abe, it was also President Moon's turn on Thursday to address the UN General Assembly. Peace was the central message in President Moon's debut speech at the World Body. Our chief Blue House correspondent Moon Connyoung files this report from New York.
Peace. Peace was the overriding theme in South Korean President Moon Jae-in's maiden speech at the United Nations as he painted a dark vision of North Korea, one of further isolation and downfall, stronger sanctions by the UN Security Council. Standing before the representatives of the 193 member states of the global body, President Moon, however, made clear that all these endeavors are aimed at preventing the outbreak of war and for peace.
그런 만큼 자칫 지나치게 긴장을 격화시키거나 우발적인 군사적 충돌로 평화가 파괴되는 일이 없도록 북핵 문제를 둘러싼 상황을 안정적으로 관리해 나가야 할 것입니다.
Noting South Korea does not desire the collapse of North Korea or seek unification by absorption, the president took a direct quote from former U.S. President Ronald Reagan. Peace is not the absence of conflict. It's the ability to cope with conflict by peaceful means. The remarks drew a stark contrast to the incumbent U.S. president's harsh rhetoric against North Korean leader a few days earlier.
We will have no choice but to totally destroy North Korea. Rocket Man is on a suicide mission for himself and for his regime.
Standing behind the very podium before the very audience, South Korea's Moon Jae-in spoke of a different kind of power, the power of peace he saw in his own people this past winter.
대한민국 국민들은 가장 평화롭고 아름다운 방법으로 민주주의를 성취했습니다. 민주주의의 실체인 국민 주권의 힘을 증명했고 폭력보다 평화의 힘이 세상을 더 크게 바꿀 수 있다는 것을 증명했습니다.
And there you have it, South Korean President Moon Jae-in's debut speech on the United Nations stage. In the next few days, his message will be read between the lines, deciphered and reanalyzed. We'll have to wait and see how it impacts the geopolitical scene in Northeast Asia and the rest of the world. Reporting from the UN headquarters in New York, Moon Connyoung, Arirang News.